Okay, so today is the first. I'm doing the first unboxing I've ever done. And I kind of already screwed it up because I opened it up this morning when I noticed it arrived. But what we got here are the Lone Wolf doubles, the mini micro doubles. And they're pretty cool. So, like I said, I already opened it up. I pulled this one out and was kind of playing with it. And these things are crazy, crazy light. I already weighed it with the scale. Just a stick without the standoffs was 0.7 pounds. And when you're handling this thing, it's like you cannot believe that it's that light and that this is supposed to hold my weight, getting slammed onto a tree. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Right off the bat, one of the things that I noticed is they did a really nice job of deburring it. There's no sharp edges on this. The other thing, quiet. The other thing is it's got different options for you as far as putting aiders. You got like a circular option if you're running a rope or something like that, and then you got some small slots for like a aider, like what I'm running on my sticks that I'm currently using, which are kind of like an early version of the doubles. 17 inches. I really like these sticks a lot, so I'm expecting that these won't be much different. So yeah, real smooth, light, just crazy thin, like unbelievably thin. Like these sticks, if they can make these sticks, there's no reason that they can't make a cableless 1.5 stand. It's like, if you can do this, there's no reason we got to have those stupid cables on that little stand making it smaller. So I'm hoping we see that soon. But I'm going to take the rest of these out here, and they are noisy off the bat. So, but we will stealth strip them. No. So I bought the 4-pack because the way that they were selling them, it was you saved $100 if you bought 4. So essentially you're getting like a stick for free pretty much. So then I'm just going to typically I use 2 sticks, and then later in the season I use 3, especially if I'm out in like hill country, which is usually where I finish out my season, is in hill country. So I'm just going to sell this extra one. But yeah, so we got 3 sticks here. The way that they'll actually stack will be more like that, in comparison to 3 sticks here. These are all wrapped up in bandage wrap, like vet tape. But that's pretty significant. Once I'm going to get these all set up. I'm not going to bore you making you watch me do that. You can watch that on their website. You can see the water on there. They got rained on last night. They sat outside. Oh, another thing that's wild about these things. So it's not crazy enough that these are as thin as they are. Here's my 4th original double step. So this is like a 3/8, it looks like. The new standoffs, hold that up to there, you can kind of see. These are only a 15/16. I'm assuming that's what it looks like to me. So, and they're slightly shorter than the amount of standoff that was on the original, but not by much. By maybe 1/4 inch or so. So yeah, I'm gonna get these ready, and then I'll show you guys what they're like once they're all put together. Just in case you're interested in what was all included in that bag, this is these are our studs. These are the nuts. At the time of the video, the first part of the video, that's what they look like when they're on. I didn't realize that they had these like coupler nuts is what we call them in the trades. So they must have did that to make this bolt reinforced, give it more stability versus just a regular nut. And then our straps, we'll go over that in a little bit when I get these together. All right, so I got 3 sticks assembled here with the standoffs and the straps on them. And I have not weighed them yet, so let's weigh them together. Zeroed out. I got 3.3 pounds. So 1 pound, 1/10. So it's in tenths. So 1 pound, 1/10 of a pound per stick. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So I guess while I was putting together, one thing that does kind of concern me a little bit is the straps that they're using on these. It's cool that they're so small, but if you're trying to get around a bigger tree and you're trying to get this thrown around a tree, you're really going to struggle with that. So you might end up adding like a little lead weight or something, a fishing weight or something to the end of these. Or often what I'll do when I'm hunting, I'll pass my strap using the stick. I'll lay the strap on the standoff and reach around and grab it. But I mean, I end up in trees where it's way too big to do that, where you're trying to whip the strap around. And even with these 3/4 inch straps, I end up really struggling sometimes. So we'll see how that pans out. Another thing is, I'm honestly not sure what end of this is supposed to attach to the stick, if it even matters. If they have this little extra material here for weight for throwing it, there's like the same amount of stitching in both of them, so it's not like one is really more safe than the other. So don't know. Another thing that I do, and just in case somebody else doesn't, they want to know if it's going to work, if they'll still stack. So when I approach a tree, I hang my first stick, and then I hang the loop. So my first stick gets hung at this height right here. And then I'll take the loop of the next one and I'll hang it right there. So when I climb up and I get my feet up on here, I grab this and then step onto the top of the step and set my next one up at that height. So I'm getting about 7 feet on like a basketball sized diameter tree that's straight. I'm getting like 7 feet per stick. That's using these aiders, the 4-step aiders that I've attached to them. So, and like I said, for the first half of the season, I pretty much only use 2 sticks when it's green. So when I wrap up at the end of the hunt, what I like to do is I take my 2 sticks, my last 2 sticks, and see, I'm going to be messing that up this whole time, because the way I stack my sticks, I stack them like this, where the new ones, you're stacking downward instead of stacking upward. So to me, it's really awkward. And they're noisy. They're really noisy. So you're going to have to stealth strip the shit out of these things. But you can take this with 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And as long as you do it in order, you're not overlapping. Oh, so when I stacked it the other time, that's the way that I wrap with those. So with these, it's also going to be up. It'd be more natural to crisscross. Let's try that. I like that. I like the way that the fluid movement to that. So there we go. So I got that crisscrossed, and now this stick, and that's doubled up. This one we'll just do normal. We'll do it all in the same slot. No, see, I almost did it the wrong way again. See, they're all stacking completely flat. That doesn't obstruct it, which is pretty sweet. So that's cool. But It will probably screw me once I get the aiders on. So I'll be changing my tune about that later. Yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to hunting with these things. I'll try to get a video out of review of, I hunt almost every day. So I figure after about a month, I've been using these for 3 years. I think they're going to be about the same. I know what I like and don't like about those. I'm suspecting it's going to be the same about these. And I'll let you guys know. All right, so it just occurred to me that a lot of people that are buying these are probably already have one of these, a 0.5. So I got the seat off of this thing right now, but what I normally do you want to see how they stack on the stand. So this is a large seat. If you're on the fence about putting a large seat on your 0.5, do it. All right, if you like to sit, even if you don't currently like to sit because your little seat that's on the stand sucks so bad, if you put this on, you're going to really be a lot more comfortable in the stand. It's worth the wait. So currently with the 17 inchers, because I'm running camera gear and stuff, I like to keep all the weight kind of low. I just set them right here, and then my camera bag goes right here. So I know you don't care about these, but that's how I've been doing it. And the one thing that I was really hoping that I'd be able to do with these is stack vertically and still be able to use the backpack hook. But as you can see, it blocks the backpack hook. So if that's something you were wondering about, that was something that I was wondering about. I was real excited about it, hoping that it would work out, and it doesn't. That was why I had to open up the box right away when they came to see if that would work. So the way that they will lay like that is actually pretty sweet, because now they're the exact same width of the stand, which I've never had a problem with getting snagged up on brush really with that setup, because they were just so minimally outside the stand. But when I run that bungee, it would have to like hook back. You'd be hooking back around the sticks. So this will be sweet because it'll just be straight, just hook. So yeah, that's how they sit with a 0.5. This is the 1.0, or the large seat. I mean, I guess you could, that actually fits nice and tight. That's something to think about. It's still nice to keep any weight closer to your back, but that is, they lock right down sitting across the seat. That's kind of interesting. So you got that. If you don't care about your backpack hook, there you go. Pretty sweet looking setup. Doesn't work for me. Wish it did. But yep, so there you go.